Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little game with a train. And that's mine going past currently. I'm currently doing the Latin America quest, which I believe is sending me to Los Angeles to talk to someone I met earlier in the game called Christine. And I'm currently coming towards Las Vegas, so let me set my destination towards LA. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Christine about something, I forget what. It's been a couple of days since I last recorded an episode of this, so I have no memory of exactly what I'm going to be talking to her about, but I met her up in Canada sometime in the early part of the game. Now, in between the last episode and this episode, this game has been playing alongside me as I have been trying to figure out a complex problem with code. And it's been playing so long that all the cars that required or could be upgradable on my train are now ready to be upgraded. These 4 cars at the front, the next 2 are already upgraded. Then the subsequent 7 cars, 8, 9 cars, including the Feng Shui car, which I put on my train at some point because I wanted to. Then the cars at the back are already fully upgraded. So I have, in total, if memory serves me correctly, 13 cars to upgrade during this episode. I also have over 26 million by the way of cash, which means that I can, when I so choose, go absolutely crazy on the gumball machine. Okay, here we are in Los Angeles. Valerie! Christine, it's really great to see you again. Congratulations, this cooperative venture sounds like a big deal. It's Christine. Hello, my friends, I'm very honoured. And I couldn't have done it without your help. Grandpa, it was our pleasure, Christine. We're happy to hear that the PAS is doing so well now. Christine, it is, thank you. So, should we get started? There are some support resources waiting for me at the border. I'll need to pick those up in Tijuana, Mexico first. Valerie, no problem, we'll have you there soon. Okay. So that was Chapter 1-11. Chapter 1-12, I need to go to Tijuana. I'll just hit that one to mark it on the map because I'm pretty close to Tijuana, just under 500 miles away from it. And I will now start upgrading cars. As I've got 13, I'm curious what they're going to look like. This one currently has 2 boats fighting each other. The water battle car. Okay, the pirates won. That's pretty much what you can say about the water battle car. The pirates won that one. Oh, I should probably explain what I'm also interested in. This is what my current level of happiness and food, comfort, entertainment facilities look like. I have noted them down, more or less. So, hopefully I will see them improve as I upgrade all these cars. Next, the wonderful Crystal Lake car, the one with a roller coaster on it. Okay, I don't think that changed too much. Maybe the background or the bottom of it did. Now surf's up. That just changed the outside of it. Well, I'm not sure if the surf is actually a bit more violent, but still got 150 miles to Tijuana. Collect all the cash that's lying around. Okay, now what's the chip wagon car going to look like? Last time it added ketchup to the chips. This time it looks like it added potentially mayonnaise. Well, it added some different ingredient from ketchup to it. Could be poutine for all I know. The next 2 cars are already fully upgraded, so now onto the summer camping car. And that's changed the colour of the tents to a red and a yellow one. Christine, great! Things were waiting for me at the office, just as they said. There's some literature here, some forms, containers for soil samples. That looks like everything. Valerie, I love it when things go as planned. Oh, I thought that was going to say I love it when a plan comes together. A nice A-Team reference. What's our first move, Christine? Christine, my first stop will be Campeche. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay. Collect the reward. Set the marker. And off we head in the general direction of Campeche. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly as well. Okay, so now I've got the Coffin Express car, which is currently a dark brown, a lighter brown, and a grey coffin, which opens the top and you see a pair of red eyes. Okay, now they've become a bit more fancy. And they're both dark brown underneath, and the coffin at the top still opens. Then the graffiti car, which I'm not going to get to because Mexicali is going to get in the way. Off we go out of Mexicali. See what the graffiti changes to. Okay, I've got a 1-up over on this side of the car now. Then the Maori car. Okay, that's a entirely different pattern. The Toxie Froggy car. See what that one looks like. Okay, that changed into a light blue with a yellow top and eye. And the eye does still blink. The 20s passenger car. Almost 31,000 to upgrade this car. That's exorbitant. Especially it's only got a little more fancy yellow or goldish coloured decoration on it. The good old Feng Shui car. Just under 1,500. That's a lot more reasonable. Okay. Not particularly great, but the border and the outline changed. The cattle car. 50,000 to upgrade this car. That's daylight robbery. Not happy to spend 50,000 for that. And the Mount Vesuvius car, which I'm hoping will erupt with lava. However, we'll wait till after the next town before I find out what it erupts with. Or if it erupts, for that matter. Because it was empty. When it got upgraded the first time, it put the lava in it. And now I want to see what happens when I upgrade it. There's the lava pouring out of it. That's nice. So that's all 13 cars upgraded. Some of them didn't change a lot. Some of them changed relatively significantly. I do like the fact the pirate ship won. Do a bit of cleaning. Okay. One of the other things I want to do with this train right now is change the engine. Something I haven't used recently. I haven't used that recently, the train frame engine. And that'll be the train frame caboose. Moving onwards and upwards. Now what I wanted to do is come back here and check. Right, my food is now up to 81. I think it started around 74. Comfort is now 112 and that was about 99. Entertainment is now 82, up from 70. And facilities are up to 101 from 93. With a bonus of 58% currently. So everything's nicely improved. Collect a bit of cash. Now, if I actually get to just over 27 million in cash, I will actually have the money to get 60 rare rolls and 60 standard rolls out of the gumball machine. Which would be, as you can guess, a total of 120 cars. However, to do that in one episode would be, well, I don't imagine I'd have the time to do it. But if I go back to the trainery, if I go to the trainery, I've still got to find another 84 cars in total that I haven't found yet. So I imagine it's going to take me about a couple of hundred attempts at least at the gumball machine to find those 84 cars. Quite possibly 300 attempts, considering I've got about 2/3 of the cars and still got a third to go. So I'm guessing 1 out of every 3 I pick up will be brand new, just on pure average of numbers from this point. So like I say, maybe 300 cars or 240 cars, 250 cars to get the remaining 84 cars that I haven't currently seen. So I'm not going to do it all in one shot. Reminds me, where am I and how far have I got to go? Okay, Campeche is over there. So I'm actually, because I've upgraded 13 cars and changed the engine in this episode, I'm going to save my gumball craziness for the next wonderful episode. At which point I'm going to get 30 rare rolls and 30 standard rolls, which will cost me about 13.5 million, which will give me a bit of time to earn the other million that I need, so I could do that a second time in the very near future. While I'm here, I might as well sell everything that's on my train that I don't need, which is everything that's on my train. Oh, and hit the depart button, that does help. I do like the Toxie Froggy car, but I really like the Mount Vesuvius car. I might keep that. I tend to keep a cargo car on the end of my train just before the caboose, because I kind of like this car or that car. Well, I think I may keep the Mount Vesuvius car on my train at the back, just because I think it looks very, very nice. It's very well done. Now I come towards Mexico City. Bit of a money collection, and give this wonderful train a bit of a boost to get up to 325 miles an hour. Ah, now I remember why I didn't keep this engine on my train very long when I previously had it. The flashing lights, well, it's pretty, are a tad distracting. And on a big screen like I'm using, can be a bit challenging to the eyeballs. Is it the station after Villa Hermosa I'm going to? And I know I'm going to Campeche, I just can't remember exactly how many more stations I've got to go. Yep, it's the one after Villa Hermosa. Let me see how much money I've got in the caboose. I don't imagine I've got too much. 58,000 approximately. Feng Shui car gives me 26 comfort. That's quite a lot of comfort for one car. Whereas the summer camping car gives me 2 food, 7 comfort, 7 entertainment and 6 facilities. That's still 22 total, and that's 25 in total. People are complaining they don't like the lack of food on my car. Well, they're not complaining, they just find the lack of food, or the food choices, a bit disappointing. So I may, because they have, what, 1, 2, 3 entertainment cars and 3 food cars, I may have to go slightly heavier on the food cars in the next iteration of this train when I get a whole set of new cars. 130 miles to go and we will have reached the destination for Christine's next task, and then see where it sends me after that. Valerie, we've arrived at Campeche, Christine. Christine, that's great, thank you. Mexico has a thriving agricultural industry. Climates can sometimes be a challenge, though. Valerie, that's why you're here, right? Christine, it sure is. After our situation, we have a lot of experience with dry weather. Both governments thought that talking about our situation could help. Grandpa, well, we're happy to help however we can. What's on your agenda here? I have meetings with a farmers group here. I'll wrap up soon and then we're off to Oaxaca? Yeah, I can never pronounce places like that. Too many vowels. Grandpa, sounds good. Not my pronunciation, it didn't. So, let's set our destination and head off back through Villa Hermosa. Okay, it's not that far away. Always good to know. Well, whilst I'm here, I'm going to collect all the jobs that will have completed and set myself some new ones, because there's a fair amount of cash involved in that. And of course, as I do that, I run into an obstruction, which is going to slow me down. How come whenever you're trying to record an episode, you can never find the jobs that you want? When you're not trying to record an episode, you find loads of the jobs that you want. Come on, train, off we go. Get a bit of speed going. Mexico City. Still disappointed with Mexico for naming their capital city Mexico City. You don't have a France city, a Germany city, an Italian city, a Spain city, an England city, an American city, or America City, Brazil City, although you do have Brasilia. It's just, I just think naming your capital city Mexico City, basically just putting city after your country name, that's just lazy. It just shows a complete and utter lack of imagination and effort. And I find that disappointing. Nothing against Mexico City, I'm sure it's a lovely place, as I'm sure are large parts of Mexico. However, it's kind of like America, where it has its area known as New England, where it just stole the city names from England. Yeah, Boston. Yeah. Well, there again, Lincoln, Nebraska. So that's another English name that was stolen. It just shows a complete lack of imagination. Can't you come up with your own city names relevant to your country and not named after your country? Yeah, Abilene, Texas. Yeah, that's a nice, unique name as far as I know. Yeah, showed some uniqueness. Yeah, Dallas. Pretty sure that's definitely not an English name. Yeah, Houston. These are names of places. I'm just using Texas because that's what I'm vaguely thinking of at the moment. As an example. Yeah. Well, again, Montreal. Yeah. Ottawa. Yeah, they've got London. So yeah, that's a bad one from Canada, but yeah. What's your mission in this place I can't pronounce, Christine? Christine, they grow coffee here in the mountains nearby. We're trying to figure out if we can reproduce their growing techniques. As I'm sure you know, we love our coffee up north. You might, I can't stand the stuff. I drink tea, dear girl. Valerie, Canadians are pretty crazy about their coffee and hockey, yeah. Okay. Where's your next meeting after you wrap up, Christine? Okay, another place I cannot pronounce. I don't know how you pronounce the X. We'll be somewhere else in Mexico is up next. We'll be ready to go shortly. Grab a copy of this outstanding coffee while we're here. It's true, this is a really long chapter. I'm up to chapter 1-15. Okay, really isn't that far away. But as I'm about to end this episode, I will go that way instead, so I don't accidentally trigger a bit of the story when I'm not recording. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. 13 carriages upgraded, or 13 cars upgraded. Story progressed a bit further as I travel around Mexico. And in the next episode, I'm going to start going mad on the gumball machine all over again. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed seeing what the new wonderful upgraded cars now look like. As now all the cars on my train are fully upgraded. Like I said, I did like the little one at the front where the pirates won their ship battle, and the Mount Vesuvius car, and the Toxie Froggy car for that matter. But the Mount Vesuvius car looks good even at night. And there you go. So, hopefully I will see you down the track for more of Tiny Rails in the near future. Cheerio!